Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is your girl, Crunk Girl 711. As y'all can see, doing this from my iPhone because, my battery ain't got here yet. So, this video right here is about this game right here. Assassin's Creed 3. They released a trailer this week, Monday, matter of fact. And I'm gonna do my, I'm gonna analyze the video. I'm not a video. What am I talking about? Yeah, the video. What am I talking about? Analyzing the Gameinformer. How can I say it? The story they had in the Gameinformer, that which basically tells you everything about the game. Well, not everything, but the meat and the bones of the game. First of all, I want to say I'm very excited for Assassin's Creed 3 because it was developed by the same team that did Assassin's Creed 1 and 2. And yes, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and Revelations was not done by the same team. So we get that straight. Secondly, there's a new character in this game, a new protagonist, and his name is Connor. But I'm gonna explain all that. But basically they gave you the meat and bones of everything. The trailer, oh my goodness, the trailer had me like asking more questions, you know what I'm saying? So I was in GameStop and Ubisoft sends me an email and it says Assassin's Creed trailer, 3 trailer. So I'm looking at my phone and I'm in there like, and the guy across the thing was like, what you looking at on your phone? I'm like, the new Assassin's Creed trailer. And he was like, yeah, you can pre-order that now, you know that, right? And I was like, what? Put $35 down, like it wasn't nothing. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting that game. So the first thing I got a bunch of stuff to tell y'all. So like 3-4 pages worth of shit. So first of all, it starts off with liberty and death. History we know it as is wrong. The American Revolution was a lie, a front on a much larger conflict stretching back thousands of years. So when they said that, I'm thinking to myself, okay, Ezio is going to play, well, Ezio or Desmond, you know what I'm saying, both in the same, is going to play a big role in this game. But the role that we think, I mean, we don't think, but the role that we don't really know what role he's going to play. They're not really revealing that. I think that's just I guess that's the bigger story in the game. You know what I'm saying? And it says the assassins moving in the shadows were the ones manipulating historical events to change outcomes. So I'm thinking we're going to be in a whole lot of different events that happened during the American Revolution, because as y'all know, the American Revolution happened in the 18th century. And a whole, if you're very historical, if you know a lot of things about history like me, I was going to be a history major before I became an art major in college. So I love history. So this is right up my alley. So I'm guessing the protagonist Connor is going to be changing things and manipulating things into what we know today as of the American Revolution. So that's what I'm thinking is going to be happening in the game. So to rewind it back, Assassin's Creed has 4 games. Assassin's Creed 1, which I've played. Assassin's Creed 2, which I have right now, which I'm trying to beat. And to most people, they think this is the one with the best story. Assassin's Creed 3 Brotherhood, and Assassin's Creed Revelations, which came out last year. Revelations and Brotherhood were done by different developers. Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 were done by the developers that are doing Assassin's Creed 3. So the first 4 Assassin's Creeds were basically telling you the story of a Italian nobleman named Ezio and vengeance on him killing his family and all this other stuff, the Brotherhood, him getting stronger and all this stuff. So that's what the first 4 games were about. Assassin's Creed develops a goal. The developer's goal is to do something completely new with the series, which I love. I'm like, thank you, something different. So they're trying to remain true to what made everybody love Assassin's Creed. So that's another good thing. The fighting, navigation, and social health is the same, but brand new environments and you can use them in brand new ways. Okay, gonna talk about gameplay, theme, and the main character, which is Connor. So the gameplay is set in the 18th century, as I said, years of 1753 to 1783. That's the time span. So that's 3 decades. So y'all know the was the Atomists, however you call it, is gonna play a big part in this because it's gonna be going back and forth between present day and past. So you know they do that a lot in the Assassin's Creed. That's what makes it so crazy. The game's so crazy. So in this time period, you know, there's a lot of historical figures. So George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, Charles Lee are the notable ones that they're going to be talking about. And they say that George Washington has a core relationship in the game with Connor. So he's they have a relationship, a core relationship. Benjamin Franklin, on the other hand, he doesn't play the role like Leonardo da Vinci did. He has a whole another different type of role. There's not a Leonardo da Vinci type character to Connor like Ezio had. And Charles Lee. They're gonna be talking about Charles Lee a lot as well. They feel like he should have been the one leading the troops other than Washington. So he's gonna play a big part in it too. All right. The main character is Connor, and his full name is Radon Agaidu. I think that's how you say it. His ethnicity is white, and yeah, do that. Yeah, his ethnicity is white and Native American, which I love. He's a part of a tribe called Mohawk, which is a Native American tribe. We will be able to experience Connor's childhood on the American frontier. So we will see him learn all these bow and arrows and mohawks and learn his childhood before he gets to be the assassin that everybody sees in the trailer. You will be able to use of the bow and arrow, a knife, and tomahawks, which you will be able to dual wield, which we saw in the trailer. He was dual wielding the mohawk in the knife. You know what I'm saying? So that was actually really really cool. In the story, Connor isn't after vengeance, more of a freedom fighter or a Robin Hood figure. If he sees injustice, he's gonna step in. You know what I'm saying? And he will help uh, he will help his or her. You know what I'm saying? The path. This is how the paths emerge with him and the assassins and how he becomes one. So we're gonna get the whole full story. Let's see what else. Gameplay wise, every one of Connor's like 1,000 animations are specifically for him. Nothing came from the other games that dealt with Ezio. So this is totally different gameplay dealing with him. The story takes place in the cities of Boston and New York, which is, you know what I'm saying, of course, American Revolution. Of course, New York and Boston were the biggest cities in the country. And the developers give us a spoiler talking about the events that are going to take place in the game. Most of the historical moments like Midnight Ride of Paul Revere, the siege of Boston by Washington's small army, those are potential stories that a lot of historical people feel like are going to be in the game. The events that have been confirmed is the Great Fire of New York in Valley Forge. So those are some events that are going to be in the game that they did say are going to be in the game. Gameplay wise, they have the ability to put 1,000 people on screen now, which is crazy. Like it's not 100 anymore; it's 1,000. You know how many 1,000 people is on one screen? Crazy. They can now let me see and that okay. We're gonna get to the story. All right, Assassin's Creed 3 is not the story of conflict retold through convenient twist or historical truth. Rather, this game focuses on the story behind the world-shaking events and tells the story of assassins versus the Templars. So this is what the meat and the bones is at right here. This is really the overshadowing story over the American Revolution. It's not really the big story. It's another story over that. You know what I'm saying? Like Assassin's Creed does best. There's always another story in there. This game focuses on the story behind the world-shaking events. Connor will be caught up in the revolution throughout the story, but it's not about winning the revolution. It's about Connor's journey through the revolution, which totally makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Not all the Americans and colonists and British are good or bad. No, it's not. They're a little of both. The game highlights the assassins and the Templars, both of their viewpoints. You know what I'm saying? And both exist on in the grayscale. Not all good or not all bad. Another thing is Desmond, aka Ezio and Adamus. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am. Yeah.